So the first question is, what is config file? Config file is a file which is available for each and every data stage project which holds the node configuration details. So the exact file name is apt.config. This is the file name which holds the config details. So which kind of config details does it hold is node configuration details. Let me show you the configuration also. So let me connect to DataStage. I'm trying to find that particular file in the IBM installation place, but it is not written. So to search a file, we can use this command even. Find is the command. I'm asking to find a file name which is starting with something and ending with apt. So it is returning default.apt, operator.apt. It is returning all the files with that particular name. Let me also try to check find -name star config star. Okay. Many files being returned. So what I'm doing is I'm copying this whole content to a notepad. And then I'll try to see if apt.config file is available. So remember the commands also if we do not know something, how to try for that or how to search for that. Okay. With the apt name, there is only these two files, but these are not the two files which I am looking for. Let's see with name default. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is I'm opening DataStage and see the config file name which is been using in the project. So how we can able to see is in the logs, we can able to see the file name. So now I open the designer console. Let me open the director console. Tools, run director. And then I'm going to the logs. So here you can check for the config file. So this is the environmental variable. The names which are starting with the APT are nothing but environmental variables. You can see the header also. environment variable settings. So these are something which is being set by the DataStage console itself. So here apt config file is the configuration file, and here you can see the path also. This is the path. So if we do not know the path, you can check from here, or else you can try to search using find keyword. So let me show you. To see all the commands which we have run so far, history is the command. Then it will give all the historical commands that we have done so far. Actually, this command gave us the result. So find hyphen name. That means we are trying to find a file with this name. Star means there will be something, but ending with apt. It is going to find for the files which are ending with apt in this in this parent folder. So drivers see IBM information server. In information server, again, there are so many folders and files are there, but I do not know where the file is exactly located. Then the find command can able to search in all the recursive folders. That means inside the folders also. Let me show you. So see IBM. I know only till here. After that, see these so many folders are there. And in each and every folder, there are subfolders are there. In each and every subfolder, again, there are folders. So we can't do the search to each and every folder manually, right? That is so tedious task where we could not able to complete the search action within minutes or within hours. It will consume more amount of time. So that's where we can go to the known path, and from there we can give this find. Actually, this is the file which is being using as config file. Now, how I am confirming? By checking in the logs. So here in the logs, it is saying apt config file is available in this particular path. So after information server, we need to go to server. Okay. So cd is change directory, and I am typing server. Again, after server, there is configurations. Then I'm listing out. There I see the default.apt. So to see the data in a file, cat is the command. So cat default.apt. So here, how many nodes are defined for this, for my project? There are two nodes, node 1 and node 2. Okay. Here, what are all the things that we do have? We do have a node name or the machine name. After that, we also do have resource disk space and resource scratch disk space. So this is the place where the data sets are being saved. And this is the place where memory is located for scratch memory. That means to implement any of the DataStage jobs, it needs some memory, right? So to save all that memory, it will use this particular path. Sometimes what happens is our jobs going to fail with no reason. The jobs which are being executed completely fine so far will get into abort state with no reason. So sometimes what happens is complete scratch memory is going to be consumed by existing jobs. So there will not be any memory available. Then with no resources, the jobs are going to fail. So to see that one, we can use du command where we can see the memory utilization of a path. Okay. Du hyphen h. See, this particular configurations is utilizing 2 KB memory only. Let's go to this scratch path where resource scratch memory is using by the DataStage job cd space pasting that path. Then I'm using du space hyphen h. So it is consuming this much memory. Likewise, we can able to retrieve. Even df is the command which is going to give the disk usage. So du means disk usage. Df is going to give us more detailed view, like each and every file and its consumption. Like, so driver C total is this one, consume this one, available is this one. So how much percent we are using? 69% of my memory is consuming by the resources at this point of time. Say suppose if this utilization is reaching beyond 90, then the jobs will not run properly. It might take more time, or else the jobs might go and abort. Okay, hope you get it. So when they ask what is config file, We can say it as config file is something which is going to save node configuration details. In the node configuration details, we can have how many nodes are running for a particular project and what is the machine name, what is the resource disk space that is being allocated for datasets, and what is the resource scratch disk space that is being allowed for a particular project, including their paths. This is what we need to answer them when they ask what is apt config file. Hope that is understandable. Please let me know if you do not understand in between while I'm explaining. And if you need any explanation in Telugu also, do not hesitate to ask, because these are the things which must be known to each one of us so that we can able to easily address the questions in an understandable way to the interviewer, or else we can also address the problem that we are going to get while working on. The second question is difference between lookup, merge, and join. So this question been explained so many times. I am repeating it again. So all the three processing stages, all the three are processing stages only: lookup, merge, and join. All these three are going to use to join the sources. So we can implement all the four types of joins. 1 second. We can implement all four types of joins in join stage. All the four types means left join, right join, inner join, and full join. Whereas merge and lookup stage, here we can perform only two joins, that is left join and inner join. And so join needs two input links and it will give only one output link. There will not be any reject links. Merge is going to have two or more input links. The input links can be n, like it can be 10, it can be 5, it can be. So the minimum number of links needed for merge action is 2. The maximum can be anything. Here in merge, we can also have the reject links. Unlike join stage, we can perform only two joins, left and right join. And the reject links, number of reject links is nothing. Number of reject links is n minus 1. Say suppose I do have 3 input links, then I can have reject links and one main output link. So how it is going to work is, say suppose I do have some employee table and I'm joining with department table to get the department, and I'm joining with salary table to get the salaries of my employee. So I'm joining using employee ID. This is my primary table and these two are my references table. Coming to merge, we call them. So if it is in join stage, then we call, since join is having only two links, left link and right link. Okay. Say suppose it is merged, then we call them as master and update data sets. Okay, so this is going to be my master and this is going to be my update data set 1. This is my update data set 2. Say suppose here in this employee table, I have some 500 records, and here in the department table, I do have some 400 records. So and in these 400, there are only 300 records which are in common between employee table and department table. Then what happens is there are 100 records which are available in department, which are not in this employee table, and there are 200 records in the employee table which do not have the department in the department table. So we can capture all rejected data to a link. That's what we are saying. It can have reject link where we can capture the rejects that are being happened between my master and update data sets. So I can capture the rejections between employee and department. I can also capture the rejects between employee and salary. So how many rejects that we do have? That is nothing but the number of update data sets that we do have. And the main output link is going to have actual output. If we perform left join, we are going to get left join output. And if we are going to apply some inner join, then we are going to get the inner join output data. Coming to lookup, here also we can perform two joins, left join and inner join. So why we are going for lookup when the join is implemented here in join and merge stages? For lookup, there is no need to have same column name to apply the join condition. These things we have also discussed while we explicitly used these processing stages in the previous classes. So here there is no need to maintain same column name for applying the lookup. Here we can save the reject data And one more thing is when the reference data, so like how we are using this terminology, left and right for join, master and update for merge. Similarly, for lookup, we are going to have stream and reference. These are the terminology that we use. So when the reference data is very less in volume, then the lookup operation is going to be pretty much high performance will be available, because what happens is this lookup is going to copy the reference data from their location to this particular location, to this scratch memory. This is what I'm telling. So the reference data, whatever we are giving in the reference link, that can be a connector, that can be a file, that can be a data set, whatever the reference data is, the whole data is copied from the actual database and copied to this particular scratch. So when something is available in my local, we can easily open it. In the similar way, lookup operation is going to be pretty much high because it copies the reference data. But when the data size is huge, then it is difficult because the whole memory is going to be occupied by the lookup stage only. The rest of the resources will not get memory, and finally job performance is not going to good. So it is going to be high or optimal when the reference data is less than or equal to 20,000 records. In all other cases, we are going to use join and merge only. And the other thing is how we are going to perform those things. The lookup operation, that is also been asking many a times, how you are going to perform left join or inner join using a lookup. Let me show it out. So in the constraints tab of lookup, let me show you. So here in the constraint tab, we are going to get these two things, lookup and condition. Ignore this condition because here we are not providing any condition. Say suppose my lookup is, there are how many options? 4 options. Continue, drop, fail and reject. Continue. If we click on continue option, then it is going to apply left join. That means what I need to do when the lookup condition is failed. Then I'm asking to continue, to let it go, let it pass, and continue with the next record. Then what happens to the non-matched records or unmatched records? Null values are going to be passed from the reference link and it will go to the next record. Here in the next options, which are drop, fail, and reject. So in all these 3 cases, it is going to perform inner join only. So in the drop option, what it does is it is going to drop the records which do not available in my reference data, and fail means it is going to abort the job. Reject means do not drop, do not fail, but send all those rejected data to a separate link. So if we click on reject, then we need to add a separate link called reject link from this particular lookup. So this is how we can able to capture the reject data from lookup, and there the operation we are going to perform is inner join. Hope this is fine with these differences. Let's go to the next question. Difference between file set and data set. So let me show you first where these are. So what they refer to file set or file is sequential file. And what they are referring as data set is this one, data set. So what is the difference between these two? So this file can be human readable. That means we can able to open the file and we can able to read the file. The formats of files which can be accessed through sequential file is .txt or .csv files, whereas the file extension for dataset is .ds, and this can not be readable just by opening the file. I have already shown you how the data is going to look like or data for a data set. Somewhere here in my notepad itself, we do have, maybe that is not open. See, this is how the a .ds file is going to look like. This is student.ds. So we cannot able to read directly. but we can use arc-admin commands to read a .ds file, and we can do certain operations like copying this file to a text file, or deleting this data, or mm, dumping this data to a another readable file. So all the three operations can be done using the arc-admin commands. I will show you how to implement those arc-admin commands also. So these are the basic differences. One is human readable, other one is non-readable because it is in binary format. And the thing is, once it is not readable, that means the data is in some encrypted way. So when data is in encrypted way, it is going to consume very less memory and it is going to be in a high secured way. Both the things can be attained using a data set. Okay, one is security, other one is less memory. When something is capturing less memory, then the performance automatically will be at a high grade. So performance is going to be good when we are going to use data sets, unlike file sets. But when, in which cases we are going to use a data set is, say suppose we are going to use some intermediate files, then instead of saving the data in a sequential file, we can save them in a data set. Okay, let's go to the next question. How to see data from data set? So I just explained, using arc-admin commands we can able to see the data set, or we can able to view the data set. What you do is you just try this one, copy, I'll show you the job. Take a sequential file where you can able to read it. So here I used XLSX file. Instead, you can use any sequential file and directly, okay, this is previous job. This is edited job, it seems. Here what we did is we have taken student.txt data and we saved that to a data set. So you can try. Once after saving it, let me show you the arc-admin commands and I'll show how to use it. So to execute arc-admin commands, that particular path should have this config file, because once the config file is available, then only if we give arc-admin as a command, that is understandable, because arc-admin is something which is understandable only by DataStage. Okay, arc means orchestrated files. So data sets are orchestrated files, which are understandable only by DataStage compiler. But when it can able to understand is, we first need to export these config files and the library files which are available. So first what we do is, first we need to add these commands. So what these commands are doing, we are exporting, or we are telling our DS home is this one, and our library path for library is this one, our config file path is this one, and our actual home path is this one. Likewise, we need to set these parameters. Once after setting the parameters only, we need to give the command arc-admin space -delete is going to delete our file, -copy is going to copy our file, -dump is also going to copy the file. Both copy and dump will going to perform the same operation. Description means it is going to give the schema file. What is the schema file is? Schema file, metadata, or descriptor file. All three are same. So what they are going to do is, they are going to provide the number of columns, the data type, the delimiter. So all these things are available. I'm pasting this link to you. Even you can search also. It is going to be available in the first, right? Once this, so the class is going to end in some 8 minutes or so, 4 minutes, sorry. After that, please do rejoin. So once after setting these things, these paths, then only the compiler will understand if we give arc-admin. We are saying, so to perform or to view any dataset file, we need to use arc-admin commands. But to give the arc-admin commands, first we need to initialize something. That is nothing but the environmental path, apt config file path, and library folder where it is located for that particular project. So if we do not know these things, do not worry, they are available in the here they are available. Okay, just monitor and check each and every parameter. Somewhere you are going to get the exact path. As we looked up into the apt config file, in the similar way, check for the other things which are asked over here. So we need to give those things first, then we can able to perform the org admin commands. Okay, let's move to the next question. How many types of funnel techniques are there? There are 3 types of funnel techniques are there. Funnel is going to consume n number of inputs and 1 output. What it is going to do, it is going to combine the data which is having same metadata. So continuous funnel, sort funnel, and sequence funnel. In continuous funnel, funneling is going to happen as as it goes. Okay. In sequence funnel, we can define the link ordering so that the link wise data is going to be funneled up in the output data. Sort funnel can be done using a key column. So we need to provide a key column upon which the sorting activity need to be implemented. Then based on the defined key column, the data is going to be sorted and funneled. But when we are using sequence funnel and sort funnel, make sure your funnel stage should be executed in sequence mode, not in parallel mode. Let me show you that out. So when we are using the funnel, so here there is going to be something like execution mode. See, in the stage, in the advanced tab, you can able to see the execution mode. This execution mode should be in sequential when we are using sequence funnel or sort funnel. For sort funnel, that might, yeah, for both the things, we need to have the execution mode in sequential mode. Then only that is going to give the expected results. Okay. The next question, what are partitioning techniques? Partitioning techniques are nothing but the partitions or the techniques that we are using to order the data based on certain conditions. So there are many partition methods which are available in DataStage. Those are like entire partition, same partition, round robin partition, hash partition, modulus partition, reserve partition. So these are some of the partition techniques, but still we do have many other partitioning techniques. Sunil explained in detail on each and every partition technique with example. Basically or generally we use hash partition in joins and sorting or remove duplicates. In all those places we do use hash partitioning, whereas for lookup stage we do use entire partition, because lookup is going to be worked on all nodes where the data should be available for each of my incoming node data. So their entire partition need to happen. And same partition means, say suppose already data is partitioned in my stage 1. I should want to the job should follow the same divided data to the next stage also. Then we are going to use